Welcome. I'm Kinetic Symphony. I hunt down and report on weird and true mysterious stories, from glitches to the paranormal. Hey, did you know you can join the channel if you'd like to support me? Even $1 a month goes a long way. Much obliged. Now onto the story. Case file number 1641, written by Elemental Madness. My phone calls from across time and space? Hey everyone. This glitch in the Matrix happened to me maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I have been intending on sharing the story, but it's honestly hard for myself to even wrap my head around this. And I was the one who experienced it. And shyness leads to inaction, which leads to forgetfulness. Anyway, I have excess free time today, and I was thinking about this event. Thought I might as well put it out there. I listen to audiobooks very actively. I use some round-the-neck Bluetooth earbuds. You won't see me without these things around my neck. I like their functionality. Just press the button and resume the book. Press it again to pause. No need to go fetching my phone out. One day, as I was packing up my laptop and other things after work, I received a call that I had been waiting for. One of those calls you back instead of waiting for things. And I answered it originally with my Bluetooth headset. But it was an automated system needing an actual phone key input. So, I took my phone out of my pocket to put in the necessary information. Then continued to pack up my stuff and leave. Got in my car and put my bag and carry case in the passenger seat. Spoke with the rep for about maybe another 5 minutes, then completed the call. Once the call was completed, my audiobook resumed playing, as it should. I started up the car and drove home. Unwinding from my day listening to an audiobook is my favorite thing to do. I don't live terribly far from work, maybe 12 miles. After getting there, I start to prepare dinner while continuing to listen to my book. When I hear the sound of my phone, indicating another call, interrupting my listening experience, I press the button on the headset to answer the call and say hello. Can't see who is calling you when answering the phone like this. I hear my coworkers' voices. They seem a little confused. They say my name, I say their name back. Then there's a bit of an awkward silence. I begin to wonder at the possibilities of what might have happened since leaving the office, and I ask, "Is everything alright? Something going on?" And they ask, "Well, are you still here?" "No, I'm at home, but I have a laptop here if you need something." "What is it?" "Well, I saw there was a cell phone on your desk here at work, and I thought it was yours. So I called you and it rang. I thought you had left, but then you answered the call." We were both silent then. One moment I was in the middle of chopping up some carrots and thinking about switching gears into work mode. Then I had to dedicate the brain power to what my coworker just said. As an intelligent adult human being, my response was elegant and direct. "Huh?" More silence. "Coworker, I'm looking at your phone on your desk right now, here at work, and the call is active." I move my hand down to the pocket I keep my phone in and give it the trusty pat and check, only to find my phone pocket empty. As my hand is resting on my empty pocket, I start saying, "That can't be right. Bluetooth doesn't have that kind of range." Only to then have the call disconnected. The Bluetooth headset gives me the beep beep of it trying to find the device it's paired to. Beep beep, beep beep. Then the Bluetooth device powering itself off, as it cannot find its paired device or a new device wanting to pair to. I stand in my kitchen for a minute longer thinking about this. It must be some kind of prank or something. My coworker doesn't live terribly far away. But how would they have stayed close enough as I was on the freeway? I try turning on the headset as I go to my bags and check for my phone. Nothing there. Turn the headset on as I run outside and check in my car. No phone. I'm a tad flustered at this point, so I hop in the car and drive back to the office. Getting into the office, I head to my work area to find my phone on my desk, where I'd taken it out of my pocket to put in the dial pad's number before I had left. Unlock the phone and check the call history to see the call log of my coworker and its 2 minutes and 11 seconds conversation. I walk over to my coworker's section to talk to him about the call. Upon seeing me, they say, "Oh good, you were here. You had me pretty freaked out, man." I didn't want the kid to be scared or anything, so thinking fast, I said something like, "Yeah, someone needed my help upstairs with something." Still to this day I think about this. How I was just interacting with the Bluetooth feature of my phone at such a large distance. Recently there have been a lot of studies about how most of our reality is what we can perceive. Much of our perception is dictated on what we can predict with our senses. What if, in my mind, was just predicting that my phone was in my pocket, and because of that, my Bluetooth should be connected, after the call is completed, my audiobook will resume playing. Or maybe whoever's watching over my simulation had a major F-up and didn't notice I had left the phone. I was freaking out when I realized I didn't have it on me. I don't know. It's hard for me to wrap my head around this. Case answer file 1641. My phone calls from across time and space? So if you think about this being a prank, it would be almost impossible. They would have to tail you within like 20 feet of your car the whole way back. And then also on the way back to the office, they had to know when you left. They'd have to have a spotter on your home. It just doesn't seem practical. Plus, they would have to have known that you wouldn't want to change any settings on your phone, go to a different audiobook, something like that. Just doesn't seem like that could fit to me. Bluetooth range is so finicky too, and just in general, like even being 10 feet away, often I'll lose Bluetooth connection on my little earbuds, these tiny things here, if you can see that. The range is very limited. The wireless aspect is fantastic, but they'll disconnect all the time. So I don't believe this is a prank. It does seem like your mind was almost predicting reality. You know when you go to type in something on your computer in the browser, it'll sometimes autofill for you, or on the phone. It's almost like that. The mind was filling in the blanks of what it expected to have happen. The stimuli coming in was a creation of your own mind. Another way to think of it is when we're reading text, we can fill in words or meaning even if the words are scrambled. So you ever saw those memes or posts on Twitter or whatever on Facebook where it's a paragraph of text that is entirely out of order. Every word is out of order. The letters are all jumbled. But as long as the first and last letter are correct, your brain just autofills it. You read it basically as easily as if every word was properly arranged. Very interesting how our minds are not exactly looking at reality. The mind is constructing it. The other idea that this was some sort of game master, game developer manipulation doesn't seem right, or a mistake. That's too much micromanaging for something that should be taken care of by the laws of physics themselves. And now time for the quote of the day. His mother had often said, "When you choose an action, you choose the consequences of that action." She had emphasized the corollary of this axiom even more vehemently. When you desired a consequence, you had damn well better take the action that would create it. Louis McMaster Buchholz. Yeah, action and reaction. Action and consequence. It's like the Merovingian in The Matrix, where he's obsessed with cause and effect. That's how the universe works. In physics and in our own reality, our choices are the dominoes that tumble, and we choose which dominoes to push. The only issue is, of course, we can't predict every single consequence that will happen from our actions. They ripple out over time to such great extent that it's just unpredictable. We can just try to make the best choices we can. And certainly when the consequences are obvious, you don't have anyone else to blame. So take ownership of your choices and the consequences therein. And also, if you want a desired effect in your life, think of what actions you could take to produce that consequence. It's kind of simplifying things, but it's not wrong. Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell. Kinetic Symphony signing off.